Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales of Telduria. Today we just have Suki, since I think it's been a little over a week since Suki was last interacted with? Or was it exactly a week? I can't remember.
It's exactly a week, actually.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
exactly a week.
Well, since you are the only person here, I don't actually have to roll for anything, so how about you tell us what happened last session?
Okay, my baby booked the whole D&D just for me. Anyway, Suki went out on a... Well, actually, I should start from the very beginning. Suki got a quest from Zerna, the druid, actually the leader of the druid council, if I recall now. And, she wanted to go on this quest with Helena. She went over to Helena's house, her best friend, and Helena was like, I need to become the Oracle, so I think we should stop being friends. And Suki was like, okay, you're stupid. You're coming with me. If at the very least we get to spend this last time going out and having some fun before you have to stay stuck in Ardwall, bleh. And then Suki kind of just dragged Helena over to the Fanglands. To which she was led to the Fanglands by Zerna. Zerna asked Suki if Suki was gay, and Suki initially didn't understand. Helena explained it to Suki. Suki was like, well, actually, I don't know. I just want reptiles. And then Zerna looked at Suki like Suki was stupid. And then continued to proceed to rage bait her and also lead her into the Fanglands. To which, when she arrived at the Fanglands, Suki then realized at that present time that this was in fact a level up mission. Yippee! She was very excited. The mission in question was to get Zerna various items and or animals. And, Suki failed on the last one. She was trying to get a Brachiosaurus. And the Brachiosaurus knocked her into a wall with a tail. And then Suki got really upset with herself. And after she was healed up by Helena and Zerna, she then left the Fanglands and she was like, oh my god, I'm going to go back home, and once I get back home, I'm going to go kill myself. And she went to go to the teleporter to try and teleport her way back home, and there were guards there. And she found that a little bit suspect, but she didn't care as long as they let her go home because she wanted to kill herself. And then she went to go try the teleporter, and they were like, hey, so what are you doing there? And Suki and Helena said, well, we're from Oddwall, we're trying to get back home. And then the security guards just looked at each other and they're like, well, actually, you can't do that because we're in a war. And Suki said, I don't really care. I don't want no trouble. I just want to get back home. And then they said no. And then Suki wanted to kill them. And then herself after. And then Helena was like, don't do that. There are too many people. You're going to die. And you're not going to be able to get back home. And Suki was like, okay, fine. Very upset. And now she's here. In jail. She's in jail for doing nothing other than being from Ardwall, which is racist.
It's not racism.
It is racism.
It is not racism.
She's Ardwallian.
That's not racism. This is how war works between two countries.
Yeah, well, Suki doesn't appreciate that very much. Okay. She has nothing to do with the war.
It's still not racism. I don't know why you're like this.
She is getting really upset because this is Ardwall race. This is fish racism.
This is
and she's not appreciating
fish
this.
Racism.
They are holding her hostage simply because of the place where she lives. Is not the same place in which the teleporter is located.
I don't know why you're trying to spin it like this.
This is how she sees it.
Are you ready to start the music?
Yes, I am.
Do you have it up?
Yes.
All right. As per usual, on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
So, as previously stated, Suki was taken to jail with Helena, and actually, I forgot to bring up the art that I needed for today, so give me just a moment for that. Sorry.
Sorry.
This and this. So I'll drag this over here. I'm gonna put these here. Gonna put these here and turn that one. Move this one. So there's that, and this one I gotta transform with horizontal, otherwise you can't be seen.
Oster is saying that the music is loud compared to your voice, honey.
I'm also not speaking very loud, so I don't know what you're complaining about, man.
He's trying to help you!
I was mumbling to myself. Like, of course the music is going to be loud in comparison.
What the fuck, bro?
Thank you for the help. Fuck my chud-ass life. Thank you for the help, Osser. I appreciate it. But yes, I'm aware I was also mumbling at that time. So, Suki, as previously stated, is now thrown in jail. To which, I would say it would probably be about 3, maybe 4 days since Suki was thrown in jail.
Okay.
The first day that she was there, she probably would have bided her time, and by bided her time I mean sat patiently, and by patiently I mean impatiently, for roughly 3 or 4 hours, tops, before she immediately tried to do a prison break, which then failed due to the fact that she is severely outnumbered. And during that failed prison break, she would have most certainly gotten into a fight with more than one guard at a time, which would have immediately thrown her into solitary confinement. Arms strapped, legs bound, muzzle over her face, the whole 9 yards. Actually, no, probably the muzzle not just yet. While in solitary confinement, she probably would have immediately started another breakout. To which, you know, since she has acid breath, she probably would have been using that as some form to try and melt the bars of her solitary confinement. To which, after being found out, because the solitary confinement usually details a guard stationed outside, they would have caught that, and then she would have been muzzled eventually, or immediately, to prevent that from happening. And then, I don't know, from there, Suki would have been sitting in her cell for a day, maybe 2 at this point, filled with a ravenous hunger to murder anything that is within her vicinity, which then immediately was supplanted by the fact that she has not fed her horde for a little over 2 months at this point, actually going on to 3 months at this point.
Yeah, so she's getting really fucking pissed right now.
So that would have immediately been converted into fear, which then immediately would have turned back into anger, except way worse, because the reason why she can't be there is because she's in prison, even though she's in solitary confinement, because she's a naughty little girl who can't follow the rules.
Yeah, she's really fucking pissed at this present time. I remember talking to Shameless about this to figure out, like, what she would be doing in prison, essentially. She was initially pissed off at herself for failing the level up challenge at the Fanglands. So she was just taking her anger out and being her angry self as per usual. However, when that anger died and she realized that she can't take care of her horde, to which, for those of you in chat who may not recall, all dragons have hordes. Suki's horde is her reptile collection in her terrariums. And because this horde consists of live animals that she keeps in terrariums, most of them, and she has to feed them every once in a while, because, you know, even though reptiles can go like a week or 2 without eating, it's pretty normal for them in the wild. If they start starving, she is going to start killing everything. Because not only are they killing her precious animals, they're killing her horde, which is making her dragonness flare up even more. And she's very pissed.
Smile.
Smile.
Elsewhere in the prison, because, you know, she can follow the rules, Helena found out that there is yet another individual at the prison as well. I don't think Suki would have had time to notice this particular individual. Probably not. But that particular individual is the second art that I had up. His name is Turlock. He is actually related to Suki. They are, I guess, technically half-siblings, although not really. It's a very weird family relationship. But we'll just say that they are siblings by proxy. Is that good enough for you, dear? Siblings by proxy?
Sure. I would say that even though they are siblings by proxy, I'm pretty sure they treat each other as cousins.
Close enough. They live in the same house.
Yeah, not the same parents.
True. Great cousins.
Sure.
Sure, we'll go with that. She would have found out that Turlock was also siblings by any other standards. Thanks, YGF.
The Chinese cousin sounds about right.
Cheese cousins?
Die.
Why? What's wrong with cheese cousins?
Okay, can you move on?
So, she would have found out that he was more or less in the same situation. He was out on a mission, just like Suki, and then came back not long after. Only to find out that they were at war with all of Telduria. Captured, kidnapped, and thrown in prison as well. The two of them would have been talking about what to do in regards to a prison break, because obviously they can't just stay here, but they obviously know that they cannot deal with the amount of guards. They also know that they absolutely would probably need Suki to help do the prison break. Not because they need her to kill everyone, but because between the three of them, Suki is the only one with any semblance of training resembling doing crimes.
Even though she doesn't function that way.
Even though she doesn't function that way, she's the only one who knows how to pick.
She's a rogue without the rogue perks.
She's the only one who knows how to pick locks. The other two don't. The other two have no idea how to do that. One of them can break locks very easily, and I guess the other one can cast spells to break them too a little bit, but that's kind of about it. They can't actually do much beyond that.
Doesn't Suki need like lock-picking tools for that?
Do you not have them?
I do. It's just that I'm imagining they wouldn't allow Suki to have hold of them while in jail.
Okay. Yes, dear, I know. It's almost like part of a prison break is getting your shit back or something. To continue, they devise a plan to try and break Suki out of prison, but that requires getting into the good graces of the guards themselves, to which Helena does her best to do so. So much so to the point that they have given her the privilege of handing out food to the other prisoners. Their plan at that time is, once they can figure out a way to get Suki out without raising too much suspicion, they'll just bring her food, knock out the guard, and then open up the door. They didn't think that that particular opportunity would come half a week later. Because half a week later, an alarm went out, or rather, an announcement, not so much an alarm, that the invasion is now officially beginning, as the ships are landing in Ardwall very soon, and for the rest of the military to get ready to go through and to use the teleporters to do a two-pronged attack. Suddenly, in the span of just a couple of hours, the camp is in mild disarray. A lot of the guards stationed are now being moved out, with new guards being moved in. A lot of schedules are being shuffled around, and half of the security force is now just gone, giving them the perfect opportunity to do what they want. From Suki's perspective, as she is sitting around in her cell, she hears the footsteps of the next guard, or at least what she would believe is the next guard, coming in either to relieve the previous one or to deliver her food. To which, as she gears up to be a criminal, I would like you to go ahead and roll for perception.
Okay. Is it just me?
Yeah, just you.
Okay.
Because Lumen would not be with you. It would be just you.
Oh, she pissed. Can't even have her bird.
So you agree that he's
This
a
is the
bird and
worst
not a
jail.
dinosaur.
He's both. He acts like a bird. He does the Michael Jackson dance.
He does do the Michael Jackson dance.
So he's a bird.
Alright, so you listen closely, because you're trying to determine whether or not that this particular guard is going to give you food, because if they're going to give you food, then that means they're going to open the door. If they can open the door, you can escape. To which, based on the footsteps, you can tell that it's not a guard. You can actually immediately tell who it is based on the footsteps, considering how autistic you are and how often you spend time with Helena. To which, as you listen, the voices are very clearly muffled, but you hear small conversation back and forth about delivering food, to which the guard turns around, inserts the key, and begins to open the door. But as soon as the door is unlocked, you hear the distinct sound of a metal pan thwanging against the back of someone's skull, and then a body hitting the floor. The door then opens all the way, and you find Helena there with an empty pan with flu splattered all over the floor and an unconscious guard on the ground. She gives you a small wave and she goes, "Hey, how you doing?"
How is Suki, like, restrained right now?
She is muzzled. She can still talk, it's just that there's a muzzle over her mouth to prevent her from spraying out her acid breath. Other than that, her arms would be restrained behind her and probably attached to the wall, and her legs would be chained together.
She's just gonna look at Helena.
Helena will give a nod and go, "Okay. Here, hold this." And she'll place the pan on top of Suki's head, which is now perfectly dented from the guard's skull, so it just fits on top of her head like a hat. And while this goes on, she starts to undo the shackles one piece at a time, leaving the muzzle for last.
Okay. To which, when the muzzle is unlatched, she's just going to look up at Helena and go... What?
Oh, good. Then it worked. She'll take the little tin thing off of Suki's head and go down on one knee so that they're at about the same height, and say, "So your brother, I think, Turlock, is here. He's somewhere else in camp."
Give me a moment. I need to go unlock the door.
Oh. Are they
Yep.
here?
Yep.
Wonderful timing.
You just give me a quick moment. I'll be right back.
I know. Try and make it quick. For context, chat, Nomad is downstairs because he accidentally delivered a package to our house, and he is now here to pick it up. So hopefully Sin will be back in just a minute or two. Hello, hi, thumbs up, clap, clap, clap. How are you? Yes. Maybe. I don't know. It's okay. We can just sit here for a minute or two. I'll fill the dead air with random ramblings of today's session, because today is Prison Break Day, and we'll see how many people die in the meantime. Though I do have to get my sheets ready. I did forget to pull up my sheets. So there's that, and there's that. Okay, perfect.
I am back.
Hello.
Hello.
I assume
Hello.
they got everything they needed.
Yep.
Okay. That's good to know.
So repeat, where were we? Brother?
Yes, she would say your brother, question mark, is also here on, here at the camp. And we have a couple of ideas on how to do a prison break, but we need your assistance since none of us can pick locks.
Well, aren't you doing a prison break right now?
Well, this is step one, you know, because I gotta get my friend, to which she'll ruffle Suki's hair a bit.
Suki will only frown because it's messing up her bangs. And then she goes, wait, what, brother?
Turlock.
Oh.
That's why I wasn't sure
close
if
enough.
you're related or not. You live in the same house. Your
Yeah?
moms say that you're related even though you're not, but you
We're
also have
not.
a different mom than his
Yes.
mom. So
Yes.
Your brother, is that okay? Can I just say that?
Sure.
Okay. He's out in the main camp. You can't be seen, but we were hoping to get your insight on how to cause as much mayhem as possible. There are about 100 other prisoners here. We can leave, you know, in the dead of night because it seems they're sending a lot of soldiers over the Ord Wall, so there's a lot of discombobulation and disorganization right now. We could probably just walk out through the front door, but I don't know if you want to try and rescue everyone else. I'll leave that decision to you, since you're the only one that I actually care about here.
Well, is everybody else mentally sound, or are they insane?
I wouldn't know. I didn't talk to them.
I don't talk to them.
Neither do I. I mean, I guess there's Turlock. I assume you want him to come with us.
Yeah.
So...
I was going to say we could release the most mentally unstable people first so they can cause the most chaos.
I think I'm already doing that.
Suki's just gonna stare at Helena.
The joke here is that you're being released first.
I'm not mentally unstable. In fact, I am very mentally stable.
You tried 2 prison breaks in 12 hours.
That just makes me pissed off. That doesn't make me mentally unstable.
I thought anger was defined by mental instability.
Anger is defined by anger. Mental instability is defined by mental instability.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Would you like to explain it to me while we go downstairs and talk to Turlock?
Sure.
Immediately baited. So, go ahead and explain it as you're walking down to go meet Turlock.
Okay, well... Anger is a regular emotion. It is a matter of how you choose to let it out. However, we are in extraneous circumstances which involve me being separated from my horde, and therefore my horde is kind of mandatory for my state of being, as I'm sure you already understand about dragons and their hordes. my horde consists of live animals. I am unable to care for my live animals, and nobody else at my home will care for their live animals except for me. So therefore, my desire to return home and my anger that I'm being separated from my children, you could describe as motherly instead of unstable, to which I would argue any good mother would want to be able to take care of their children in a state of crisis. So I am just saying, I am not mentally unstable. In fact, I am very nurturing right now because I wish to go back home and nest with my horde. This prison is keeping me from doing so and therefore is inhumane and therefore doesn't matter. If I had any choice in the matter, I would probably cut off all their arms for putting me in jail.
That sounds mentally unstable to me, being that violent towards other people.
No, it is, I would argue, is pretty just. Thieves get their fingers cut off. Liars get their tongues cut out. And people that are in power or imprisoning people that haven't done anything wrong shouldn't have the right to do so in the first place. They wouldn't be able to do that if they are handicapped. So I will handicap them.
I don't think that is politically sound.
Well, good thing I'm not a politician, and I am just me.
I see. I don't know if I entirely agree with your mental assessment, but that is fine. I only needed to distract you until we got to this point. To which, as you turn the corner,
to which Suki has no idea where she is. She thought she was standing still the whole time. I just want to let you know.
To which, as the two of you turn the corner, you find Turlock, now sitting down on the ground, hiding in the shadows, trying to use them as best as they can. I think. Well, I guess 3 of the kids are actually pretty good at stealth. Suki's good at stealth. I think Luna is relatively proficient in stealth, and then Turlock is actually relatively
good at stealth. Has a bright red and gold cap.
To which Turlock is actually pretty decent at stealth too. And as you walk into the room, he'll stand up from the shadows and slowly reveal himself. To which. Like what, 3 foot something? Yeah, he's 3'11". How tall is Suki again?
Suki is like 5 foot. Hold on, I'm pretty sure it's on her sheet actually. Let me just take a look.
I know.
5'2".
Okay, there you go. Good job. Yay. Anyway, so this 4 foot tall man trying to walk out bigger than he actually is. Gives you a nod and goes, oh, it's good to see you here, I think. I heard you were in solitary.
They're keeping me from my horde.
Yeah, I'm sure that's quite terrible, and nothing else in this current situation is worse than that.
What else could be worse?
He'll look over at Helena, and then close his eyes for a moment. Inhale slowly and go, okay, I won't engage with this rage bait. Instead, we need to figure out what we're going to do now that we're stuck here. Obviously, we need to get our equipment back, to which Helena will raise her hand and go, I don't. All my stuff's right here. And she'll clap her hands together. And you'll go, cool.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yeah, great, thanks. Great, Helena.
That's very good, Helena. Good job.
She'll look over at Sugi and say, what? I'm just saying that I'm equipped to help.
Okay, now we need to get equipped, and you need to get out of here. She gestures to Turlo.
Turlock.
Turlock, sorry. Why is it spelled like that? If it's Turlock, then should it not be a CH at the end?
It's not English.
What is it?
It's Irish.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense. now the spelling. Okay, all right, Turlock.
To which Turlock will say, I did manage to find where they are keeping our equipment, though it is behind a closed and locked door. I don't know if it's all of our equipment. I don't know if it's just our weapons and armor, because I only saw them carrying our weapons and armor. So that's the most that we got right now. Moreover, there are several areas where people are still caged, or at least behind bars. There's, I think, about a dozen, 2 dozen at most, people walking around like us simply because we can, quote unquote, follow the rules. But I don't trust them because I don't know them, so I have not talked to them. Well, actually, no, not we. She, and he'll motion over to Helena, wanted your opinion on whether or not we should try and raise as much hell as possible before making our way over to the Mercenary Guild, or if we should simply make our way over to the Mercenary Guild. I said we should just make our merry way over there, simply due to the fact that if people aren't already raising hell by themselves, then they want to be here, and they are, lesser and deserving of being in prison.
Suki is still hung up on the fact that Turlock said that he didn't want Suki's opinion, and Suki's just gonna go, I don't really like your tone. Maybe you should stay here.
Can we not have another sibling fight while we're in prison?
You started it.
He'll open his mouth and just breathe slowly. He knows he's getting baited. He's like, well, Suki, what do you want to do?
Why, thank you for asking of my opinion. Suki
You're
will
lucky
then
I'm a
kind
foot
of...
shorter than you are. I'd be stronger than you by now.
Oh yeah, I'm the lucky one. Suki, like, there's not much happening around where they are, right?
No, you'd
There's,
be,
like, nothing?
I'd say you'd probably be in, like, a small storage shed.
Okay.
Small granules of food here and there. Probably mostly grain. But, you'd be out of sight and out of hearing for pretty much most people.
Okay, alright. To which, she'll turn over to Helena and, like, how many active guards are on duty do you feel?
When I came up here, I counted about 2 dozen. But I don't know if that number's going to stay consistent. I don't know if it'll shrink. I don't know if it'll grow. I do know that the amount of security that we had has more than halved in the past hour or two because they announced a full-scale invasion finally. So the grand majority of the military is making their way to the Mercenary Guild. If we can get there quickly, in theory, the teleporter could still be open by the time we get there, and we can use it to go back home. If not, if we're too slow, then we kind of have to bring your brother, because he's the only one who knows the codes to actually open the teleporter.
Alright, then I say this. We, all three of us, leave together. However, before we do so, we find a... I guess a thief type, a rogue-ish. Break them out, give them the lockpicks, and just tell them to go crazy. After a while, they'll probably unlock everything else around here, cause enough mayhem on their own, while we can simply just use that as a distraction and leave.
Okay, so we have someone else be the fall guy and make enough noise. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I get that. I'll agree with that. It sucks to be them.
They'll have fun.
Yeah. Not my concern. I gotta get my parrot back. You gotta get your... thing.
His name is Lumen.
Yeah, your not parrot thing. That
He's better.
acts like a bird.
He is better. He is Lumen.
Okay, well, yours is an animal, mine's a familiar, so good luck with that. Do you know where he is?
Not since they separated me from him, no.
And then would you like to say please?
Please what?
I know where he is, because as I stated before, mine is a familiar. I know where mine is at all times.
Ugh. Please.
Please what? And he'll lean forward and cup a hand behind his ear.
Suki's going to grab that hand and pull it through the bars and go, please don't make me want to kill you.
What bars? You're all standing in a room.
I don't know. Put him in bars.
So you're gonna just
He's in bars now.
He's in bars.
She's gonna pull his arm closer and he's gonna, please don't make me want to fucking kill you.
Oh, you can do better than that. Come on. You could be acting.
Suki is about to break his arm.
Turlock will lean up, lightly pat the side of her face, and go, you can be much nicer than that, otherwise I can't get you your bird.
I don't want to.
Helena's just standing behind Suki, her eyes rolling to the back of her head at the annoyance that Turlock is doing. And she'll go, why are you doing this? We're all in prison. You're making it longer than it needs to be. To which he'll say, this is probably the last time, or the only time, that I'll get her say something nice in my general direction. So I might as well milk it for all it's worth.
You can milk it right now, but for every animal that I find in my hoard that is dead, I will take it out on you tenfold.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Then milk it.
Then say, please, Turlock, help me
No.
find my animal.
No.
Okay, then I can't help you find your animal. And he'll just smile at you.
Helena, take his kneecaps right now.
Helena will will lean over Suki and with both hands pick Turlock off the ground by his waist before shifting around and holding him upside down by an ankle and just start shaking him rapidly. To which Turlock will go, no! Suki calling for Helena like VTubers call Maud.
Mods! Mods, get him.
So Turlock is now in the process of being held by the ankle and being shook rapidly like
Stop
a small
being mean.
child.
I want my bird.
He will try and talk, but Helena will just shake him more rapidly before dropping him on the ground. And he'll lay on the floor and he'll go, both of you are no fun.
This is fun to you? You think this is fun? I'll show you fun when we get back home. And if my animals are dead.
It's only been like, what, 3 months since you left? They're fine. Except for maybe that stupid lizard.
Beings are fine not eating for 3 months.
You're the one who went on an autistic ramble about how long they could go for without eating before having negative effects.
For a month. How many? How is 3 bigger than 1?
I'm pretty sure the only one that's in trouble is that stupid lizard that you keep protecting. The one that keeps trying to kill itself.
He's probably going to be the most fine because he can't die anyway.
Oh, you think he's some immortal god?
Maybe.
See, this is why we had a debate on whether or not you were mentally stable or not.
Okay, get me my bird.
Fine, whatever. Follow me. Roll for stealth, please.
Okay.
Immediately changes. Going
I
from
like putting
angry...
myself in the shoes of my characters, okay? I can separate it.
I don't think that was Sin talking. I think that was Lotus going, okay, and then making animal noises. Sinnerisms, sorry.
Fuck you.
See, that was also Suki.
They're all me. They're all different variations of me. I just have to go to the fucking autistic dial and then turn it up.
Turn it up.
And then turn it down.
Turn it down.
Yes.
Are you saying Suki's less autistic than you?
No, she's more.
More? I thought it was even.
She's definitely more autistic than I am.
I personally thought it was even.
Yeah, I thought it was even.
See, look, exactly my point. That's very Suki of you.
Suki would have pulled out your tongue by now. That's the difference.
Alright, you sneak through camp as deftly as you can behind Turlock, holding back all forms of anger to not rip his ears off or something.
She's climbing the walls. She's part copper dragon, she can do this.
Do you have a climb speed?
Let me see. No.
Okay, so no, you need spider climb for that, but that's okay.
Should get myself spider climb.
I don't think you can, actually. I don't know if it's one of the spell types that you can get.
I'm going to look while you continue.
You can go check, that's fine. You make your way over to a rather large... Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's under transmutation.
I assume it's a first level spell then?
It's a second level spell.
Really? I must have missed it.
Yeah, it's a second level spell. Okay, well, I'll get rid of one of these.
How about we look over spells after today's session, and we gather the ones that would be most appropriate for her to have. How about that?
Okay.
You find yourself into a very large caged area, and what I mean by that is that it's not like a big cell that's caged. It's a large area with a series of cages. Some large, some small, some animals grouped together, other animals locked in their own individual cage, to which I would like you to go ahead and roll for perception.
Okay. Perception. Oh, that's right.
Rolled a 15 for it beforehand. Couldn't remember her own number.
Chicken. I like chicken. You are infuriating me.
No,
You're
that's
only allowed to do that 6 more times before I get you.
Before you get me.
You're only allowed to do that 6 more times before I get you.
Alright, sure, dear. Whatever you say. You start looking around and you see that while there aren't a lot of animals here, they are relatively diverse. You can't quite tell if it's because of pets or familiars or animal companions, or if they're being kept here for different purposes. For example, there's a lot of horses put into a cage all together. And the way that the security there is set up makes it seem like they're not actually owned by any of the prisoners, but are actually owned by the guards. And as you walk through, you do find Lumen. He seems to be in his own cage, one that's, I'll say, slightly too small for him. Not very small, but just slightly too small for him, and he's sitting down like a person with his arms crossed, with his back turned away from the cage.
Suki is angry because this is improper husbandry for any and all animals in here. This is all inhumane.
That's your response? Okay, I guess Lumen dies then.
I'm not done. Suki's going to immediately try and break Lumen out.
Okay, and how are you going to do that?
Well, what's the lock like?
Okay, it's just a lock. You don't need to know what the lock looks like. You say, I want to pick the lock, and then you roll for it.
Okay, well, I do want to pick the lock.
Okay, well, you need to stealth into the room, as there are 2 guards here that gradually patrol the area.
Okay, I will use my key point to give myself a bonus to stealth.
Okay, and then after you roll for stealth, you need to roll for disabled device, to which you take a -2 penalty, because you are not using a lockpick to do so.
Okay. Okay, so this is my stealth with all the... Oh, actually, hold on, before I begin. It's probably going to be easier if I just turn myself invisible. But it's only 1 round per level. And it's 5 max. That's only like a couple of seconds. Vanish is the spell that I'm looking at.
Oh, okay. It might be best just key point and give yourself the bonus then.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. Okay, that's the stealth. Ooh. And then disable device with a -2 penalty, yes?
Yes. If you do not have a lockpick, you take a -2 penalty, and then Masterwork lockpicks give you a +2 bonus.
I see. 21.
Alright, you make your way over to the cage, and are obviously not spotted along the way, and pick open the cage, which takes a little while since you don't have your lockpick. And once the cage
I imagine she's using her claw.
Yeah, and once the cage is open, Lumen keeps his arms crossed and turned away from you. Though it is very clear, it's not because it's you, but because he thinks it's a guard trying to give him food, so this is his act of defiance.
Okay, Suki will then pick up Lumen like a pigeon, and then very softly whisper to Lumen, "You are doing a very good job. I'm very proud of your act of defiance, but we must leave."
Lumen will immediately go into happy mode and start flapping around and making quite a bit of noise.
No. And Suki's like holding Lumen like a hamburger.
All right,
over the wings.
Roll handle animal followed by stealth.
Okay. Oh, my stupid child. I do find it very funny that he was doing a hunger strike. He is just like his mother. Handle animal first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then stealth. To which my key point stuff still are here. 28 and 32.
Alright, he does manage to calm down and he doesn't raise enough noise to start calling the guards over. But he does wiggle out of your hands, to which he just plasters himself in the area between your chest and your neck, and wraps his entire body around you like a snake.
Suki will pet Lumen and then look for Turlock's familiar.
As you turn around to see where the other two, or the familiar would be, you find that Turlock is already in the process of sneaking over and breaking open the cage himself, to which, after failing to pick the lock, he simply picks the cage up, considering that it's small, and starts to sneak away.
Okay.
You look around to see where Helena is, to which she surprises you very briefly when she walks up behind you, due to the fact that you were distracted, and you find that the 2 guards that are patrolling the area are wrapped in a headlock under each of her arms, and she goes, "So, now what?"
Suki's just gonna look down at the 2 guards and go like, "What the fuck? I thought we were supposed to be sneaking."
"I'm helping." And she'll hold them up and show that they're unconscious, because they were choked out.
Okay, well, like, I don't know, is there a closet we can put them in or something?
Helena will look around. I don't see one. You can go ahead and roll for perception.
I will roll for perception. 28.
There is no closet. Even though you rolled well, it's just not here.
Suki's just gonna sigh and be like, okay, alright, let's bound them and gag them up.
Do you have rope?
No, but I'm going to look for rope.
Helena will point to one of the cages, which happens to have like a large silverback gorilla in it. Can we just put him in there?
That gorilla's probably gonna eat them.
Gorillas don't eat people.
Well, they can in stressful conditions, and I don't see any beautiful palm trees here, do you?
They eat palm trees?
No. They like trees. They like nature. This doesn't look like nature. You see, if I have my terrarium here, this would be a perfect example to show you why an enclosure would be extremely ideal in housing an animal. However, I'm not going to go into that ramble right now because I know that would take 30 minutes. That gorilla is not in a good enclosure.
Well, yeah, we're at
and therefore
war.
is dressed.
So, how about you just... And she'll drop both guards. You just keep going this way, alright? You can tell me about why this isn't a good enclosure.
Okay. Do you want me to...
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Well, this enclosure is clearly just bars and a cage. There is no enrichment, there is no shade, there's no hide, there is no personal area for any kind of animal to have. In most of my enclosures with my reptiles, there would be at least one hide and one warm and one cold area. Substrate that would be working for each animal. Depending on the animal that you want to house, the substrate should be dry and or wet, depending on what kind of animal it is. For example, a ball python would probably prefer slightly drier conditions, even though they do like tropical areas. Drier conditions would be most ideal for substrate because it's actually very easy for a ball python to incur scale rot, which is very bad for them. It only happens
for me while you're talking.
Okay. Not while I'm talking. Wait, hold on. Disable device with my penalty?
Yeah, while you're talking. Just
Okay,
keep talking.
alright. Okay. To which having a heating pad at the bottom would be ideal for hiding creatures, or a basking light would be ideal for social and more basking creatures. Those are probably more ideal. In this case, there is none of that, and all of these animals seem to be in a lot of distress because not only is there no enrichment and no form of natural habitat here, they are in much smaller enclosures. Ball pythons, as an example, would be best housed in a 20-gallon enclosure. This is way too small. If we were to take a look at that silverback gorilla, they actually need a lot of area for their territory for them to feel happy, and they're currently inside of a cage in which they can only really stand and sit, and
You'll
that
then
is
feel
not
a hand
ideal.
against your shoulder, and you look up, and it's Turlock. You find yourself sitting on the ground with a cage in your hands, and he's like, okay, you can stop talking now. We have other things to do. And when you look at the
I am not
cage,
done.
it seems that you were given given the cage that his parrot was in, and you just casually picked the lock as you were looking at Helena and talking about enclosures.
Suki is going to turn to Turlock and go, I am not done. In the case of the silverback gorilla, there is nothing, and therefore it will cause it a lot of stress. When
Helena
animals
will
go
rest
under
her
stress.
hand on your shoulder and go, Suki, we do need to go. I know you want to talk
Okay.
about it, but we can't have that much time right now. And Turlock will just go, what the fuck?
Suki will stop, however, she is going to frown very lightly and go, well then you shouldn't have asked me this question because you already know how long these kinds of conversations take.
Yes, but I also need to distract you for a little bit.
You are mean, and she will walk away.
Walk, you're sitting on the ground.
I am going to stand up and walk away. Do you want me to manually? I'm also breathing.
Helena will reach out and grab Suki's collar and very calmly drag her back into the hiding spot. No, you can't leave. We need to go find our items first.
Well, what do you think I was going to do?
Do you know where they are?
No. Would any of us know where they are without us looking?
Helena will use her finger and gently move Suki's head by poking the chin over in Turlock's direction. To which Turlock, now with his parrot on his shoulder, will go, say please.
Lumen? Ill.
Lumen will respond by attaching himself to you even more.
No, what, Lumen?
However, Helena
me.
will lean forward, opening up a hand. He'll go, okay, fine, I get it. I'll stop.
Opening up a hand. It's just the grab emote.
You go, fine, I
How
get
do
it.
you know everything here?
I have better eyes than you.
That is actually untrue.
He'll sigh, roll his eyes, probably as hard as he can. How are you going to find anything if you're stuck in solitary?
I was not actually trying to rebut that point. I was rebutting the fact that your eyes are allegedly better than mine. That is actually not true, biologically speaking.
He'll inhale slowly. Do you actually want your items? Because I can just leave on my own.
I would like my items, and I'm sure you would also like your items.
Then stop being mean to me, otherwise I'm not going to help you.
I wasn't being mean. I was simply correcting an incorrect statement. If you think that me correcting you is mean, then I am sorry. You're going to find a lot of people that will be correcting you very mean.
You're being very rude right now. That is your current defining characteristic, and I do not like it right now. And then the parrot on his shoulder will go,
never liked it.
Yeah.
You actually never liked it, Suki will say, before she grabs the parrot's mouth shut.
The parrot will start flapping its wings, trying to get out, and he'll just, and Turlock will pinch the bridge of his nose and just like, can you just like talk to me nice for a little bit? I'm trying to help here.
Okay, fine. This is about as nice as I will go. Helena can approve.
Helena will look at Suki and then Turlock and then shrug.
Helena, when have you seen me be nice?
Helena will look towards Suki and then think for a moment, her eyes scanning back and forth. Whenever it has more or less than 2 legs,
Suki will then sigh and then turn to Turlock and go, okay, I will treat you like a snake. Suki will then start petting Turlock.
Turlock will gradually reach up and slowly take Suki's hand off his head and like, no, I'm not an animal. Don't treat me like that.
I don't treat anything else nicer except for Helena, and you are not Helena.
Well, how do you treat Helena then?
Like Helena.
That doesn't help. Just be nice, okay? Just be nice. We're trying to work together.
I'm trying. It is very difficult if you don't tell me what that means.
Turlock puts his hands together, holds it over his mouth, takes a slow, deep breath. Just try, okay? We're gonna go get our shit now, alright?
Okay, I will try. And then she goes back to walk next to Helena and go like, I don't know how to treat him like I would treat you because you're you. And he's not you.
Helena will look down at Suki and go, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you're Helena.
Well, yes.
Turlock is not Helena?
He's still a person.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, but you're like different. I don't like have to tolerate you.
You can still treat people nicely while tolerating them.
Okay, well teach me.
I think you should probably talk to Guava about that. I'm not particularly good at that thing. But just ask.
You're nice to me.
Well, yeah, because you're my friend.
Yeah, so like, how do I do that with other people?
Helena will shrug. I don't know. I have the same problem. I usually just don't talk to them that much.
Yeah, I don't talk to them either.
So I think you might have to talk to Guava to treat people a little bit better. I would suggest talking to your mom, but she's kind of a butthole. And I would suggest talking to Roxy, but she's even more of a butthole. So
my moms are cool.
I'm sure they are. but they're also very rude and will not teach you how to be nice to other people.
But also, I'm nice to people that are nice. Sherlock is a butthole.
I know he is a butthole, but sometimes you just have to be nice, even when they...
I don't like treating buttholes nicely.
You can treat them like a butthole after. You're supposed to bide your time, and then you can get your revenge.
Okay.
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 For the time being, just be nice. He's trying to help, even if he's being a butthole.
Okay. And then she will look down at Lumen, who is currently wrapped around her neck, and go, all right. When we are in a safe location, I want you to latch upon Turlock's ankles with your beak.
Roll handle animal.
I'm not doing this stealthily. I am telling my bird to bide its time for the right moment to strike.
Yeah, but you're rolling handle animal for him to actually listen to you.
26.
You have succeeded. Turlock looks at you and goes, caw. Like a person, not like a bird.
Are you trying to signal to us?
Caw.
What kind of bird are you trying to mimic?
He'll think for a moment and then look at Helena. To which Helena will respond, I'm not a bird. And then he'll look back at Suki.
I am confused. This is Suki saying I'm confused, by the way. I'm not confused. My character's confused.
Helena will just pat the top of Suki's head and go, I think it's fine.
Okay. What are you trying to alert us to?
I don't think he's trying to alert you. I think he's saying that he will do what you asked him to.
Oh. Thank you.
Alright, roll for stealth.
What a very good boy.
As you are getting ready to stealth again, Turlock motions to the building that you all need to get to which, after doing so, he turns himself invisible. It's because it is very clear, he can cast spells, because it is very clear that you have to walk pretty much across the entire camp just to get there.
Maybe this would be the right time to cast Vanish.
Okay, then go ahead.
Alright, I'm going to cast Vanish.
Let's see what Vanish does specifically. It functions like invisibility, but only to a max of 5 rounds. Okay, so you get a plus 20 bonus to stealth.
Yes, and Suki's gonna try and move as fast as she can, but stealthily.
Well, stealth you move at half speed. So, if you want to increase your speed, you either drop the plus 20 bonus, or you find another way to increase your speed. And then I forget, do hexes have a material component? No, but they do have a somatic component.
I know that I can spend another key point to increase my land speed by 20 feet, which will then
what's your land
increase
speed
my
already?
stealthing speed. My land speed is 40 feet.
So
My
that
fly
gives
speed is 80, but I think that would be a little...
Well, you can only
I guess
ever
I could
move at
stealthily
half
fly.
speed. So, turning invisible and trying to stealth at half speed means if your fly speed is 80, that means you'd be moving at 40. If you were to spend a key point to go up to 60, that means you'd be moving at 30. So, flying stealthily would be your fastest option.
Then that is what I will do. I'm trying to stealth as fast as possible because my Vanish only lasts for like 5 rounds.
Fair. And material
I'm
would be
going
important
to
for a jailbreak, because I mean, no
stealth.
materials, no spells is usually a safe bet. Yes, but these are genuinely just verbal and somatic, so it's just speaking and moving your hands around. And hexes are, I think, are almost strictly verbal and or somatic. barring a couple of exceptions.
Oh, good thing I fucking got that.
So, you and Turlock stealth directly across towards the area where he claims that he saw weapons and armor being moved to, whereas Helena has to take a much longer route because she does not have the ability to turn invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes all the way around along the outside of the camp. So at the time being, it's just you and Turlock.
Okay.
He'll motion to the lock that is there and motion for you to try and pick the lock.
Okay. I will pick the lock. Well, is there a lock? There's lockpick, yeah.
You just roll disable device. You take a -2 penalty since you don't have your lockpicks with you.
I want to see if there is a lockpick laying around.
There would not be a lockpick laying around in prison.
Okay. 16? Jesus.
No, it does not work. To which I need to roll for stealth again, as this would create quite a bit of noise. So you need to stand still for a little while so that the guards don't catch you, since your spell would be ending relatively soon. Both you and Turlock hear that there is a guard coming, so you both go off to hide, to which you do hide for a couple of seconds, after which the guard does eventually leave, though not long after he leaves, your vanish spell here does end. You may retry your lockpicking.
I will retry my lockpicking. Oh boy. 21?
It takes a little bit longer than you would like, but the lock does eventually get picked. And it's actually pretty decent timing too. Combined with your previously failed lockpick and the fact that you had to hide for a little while, Helena does manage to make her way back to the two of you, and the three of you do make your way inside, to which you can go ahead and roll for perception.
Okay. $30.
Alright, when you make your way inside, closing the door behind you as carefully as you can, you start to look around the room, to which the room seems to be divided into three distinct sections. The first one is filled with more base materials that regular adventurers would have. You know, stuff like bedrolls, ropes, you know, things of that nature. The next section seems to be reserved for small trinkets of varying kinds. So this would be where your lockpick is located, as well as other things that would be kind of in the same realm or the same nature of something being relatively small, a little bit intricate, you know, things like that. And then the third would be the forge. And the reason why I say the forge is because it seems that every single piece of weaponry and armor that has been brought into this particular room has either A, been moved elsewhere and is currently being used by the military, or has been melted down into something else.
Oh.
To which, as both you and Turlock start to, you know, do your best to look through everything that is here, Turlock gets visibly upset, and he goes, "My sword isn't here."
Oh.
Now, I don't know if my dad made that for me, but it's not here. I don't know if they have it, or if it got fucking melted down into this piece of shit. You like kicking armor.
Then, would it be worth it to just, like, look around on the guards right now? I don't don't think so.
I don't know how to. I can use relatively well trained in pretty much any sword, and he'll pick off a common short sword off of one of the racks. I can use this at least for the time being. At least I got all my little knickknacks and whatnot back, but I don't have my weapon, and I don't see any of your weapons here either.
No, that does not bode well.
At least you still have the ability to cast spells.
Yes, but I would much prefer to have my weapon, so maybe... do you know of any other place that they could have put weapons?
Other than their barracks, but it's not safe for us to try and go there. This is the best that I can give you, and he'll motion you over to one of the tables, which has like a small array of daggers, to which you'll see. I'll have you roll perception first.
Okay. Perception. 25.
All right, I'm gonna round 2. I would like you to roll a 2d5.
4.
Out of all the daggers that are there, only 4 would be suitable for Suki in regards to the fact of how she normally uses daggers. I know she uses, I think it's shuriken, or is it kunai? I can't remember which one she uses for her throwing.
Okay.
But which ones does she use? I asked you a question.
She uses shurikens.
Okay. So these would work as a replacement for what she's used to in regards to throwing.
Okay. The damage is the same?
The damage would be the same, yes.
Okay, alright. This is not good.
You got your breath, right?
Yeah, I can only really do that like once a day.
Helena will think for a moment and go, I have a dumb idea. And she'll look around for swords, and she'll pull out a couple here and there, measure them a little bit, hold them up in a way where it looks like she's measuring them against Suki. All the while mumbling, and you hear stuff like, no, she wouldn't be able to use that. No, she doesn't like the curvature of this. The way she swings her sword. I think this one could work. And then she'll walk over to Suki, and her hand will slide against, will slide underneath Lumen. So her hand will be like sliding up Suki's chest and wrapping around Lumen and slowly prying him off and putting him down on the ground, to which he'll look at her angrily for a moment and complain, and the moment he goes "caw" to complain at her, she'll just shove the handle of a longsword into his mouth, and Helena will motion down to Lumen and go, ta-da.
What?
What?
You are giving my dinosaur a sword.
Well, I know he's not particularly trained in it, but what do you think is more dangerous if you were a stupid guard? A bird running at you going, "Meow," or a bird running at you with a sword?
And what about me?
Well, none of the swords here you'd be able to use. You'd probably break them against someone rather than using them properly.
Okay, you're right.
Do you want this? And she'll hold up a short sword. It's a blade of some kind.
Well, it is. Lumen, do you think you'd be okay with that? Is it heavy?
I don't know, what would Lumen say?
I don't think he'd say anything. He has a sword in his mouth.
Well, how would Lumen react to Suki asking him if he's okay using a sword?
Blinking, I think he'd be a little bit confused, and then Suki would go, okay, all right, so you're a bird, right? And then she'll put both of her hands on the side of his head and go like, okay, you swing like this, and then she like turns his neck just slightly so that he could see the movement of the sword. It's like how I do it, okay?
Go ahead and roll handle animal. YGF says,
Okay.
hey look, now he's a dinosaur. They should make a game about that.
They should make a game about this.
I think they already did, actually. She was planning on playing it Sunday before she got sick.
Yes. Oh, I really want to play it.
For those of you in chat, Dino Blade is actually out now on Steam.
Dino Blade is out!
It's $20. It is a U5 game, so, you know, grain of salt, it may not run all that well. But I did play it for about an hour, and I would say that it's genuinely serviceable for what it's setting out to do. It's genuinely not that bad.
A dinosaur Dark Souls game. Come on, guys. Come on.
It genuinely isn't that bad. It actually has a pretty decent balance between what we're used to with Dark Souls, where it roll to dodge. A lot of the attack patterns are roll in to dodge, so as long as you're rolling in or at least to the side,
which is very
you
Dark
should be
Souls.
good.
Yeah.
But it does have a balance meter, like in Sekiro. Sekido? Yeah, Sekido. So, countering is also a very prominent and main mechanic in the game, especially if you want to deal a really big damage.
Like, countering and parrying is it's so cool.
It's really stupid. There's a boss.
It's the most badass game ever.
I got to the first major boss of the game, which uses an Ankylosaurus as a weapon against you.
Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus. It's not Ankylosaurus. It's Ankylosaurus.
In fairness, Dino
This is
Blaze
why
said it
I'm
was a Twitter
autistic.
shitpost testing animations, and the dude turned it into a game. That's true. Yeah, U5 is the easiest engine to port models into. Souls, like you say, I am no longer interested. You don't like Souls like?
You have bad taste, and I feel sorry for you.
Vanaros is great. Alright. With a 19, he takes to it extremely well. He tests the swinging motion a couple of times, and then after a while, he starts striking poses with his wings outstretched in various ways and his legs doing different stances as he swings around wildly inside of this forge. And while a lot of it looks very silly and a little obnoxious and obviously incredibly untrained, Suki notices that a lot of the footwork and the way that he holds himself to balance against the weight of the blade when he's swinging it is already an indication of his natural ability to actually learn how to do this.
Oh my god.
So Suki may or may not have a project once the day is over.
You could tell that, like, Suki, like, everybody here could probably tell that, like, Suki is trying to withhold herself from immediately training this bird right now.
Helena will rub Suki's back and go, hold on. We still have to get home first, okay?
Suki will then nod her head and go, okay. You do this right now. Be very careful. It is a blade. It can hurt you if you're not careful.
Lumen will will nod his head, to which the sword will rattle in his beak like he has no brain cells.
Okay. 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 Well, we do need our weapons. I don't feel right leaving this place without our weapons, so I guess we will actually have to go find them somewhere.
Turlock will speak up and go, I don't think we'll be able to get something similar to this until we get home. I didn't find anything that I'm comfortable with, and obviously we don't have a fucking katana here. So, I would
what about
argue
the sword
that...
from your dad?
Well, yeah, but I can still go back home. If he didn't make it himself, I can at least find a smith who can. So, there's that. I would say this is going to be perfectly fine. Short swords suck, but it will at least make do for now. Okay?
Okay.
Helena will once again pat the top of Suki's head and encourage her for everyone to leave.
Okay, we will all stealthily leave.
Helena will walk over to Lumen and scoop him up like a turkey and hold him against her chest. Since she knows he's not particularly good at stealth.
No.
Does Turlock still use the funny Crit Fisher two-handed weapon? Yes, it just isn't here, so he has to go get another one.
This is illegal. Okay, I will... Should I use another Vanish again? Just in case. There are a lot of people here.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I got a message from my boss.
Oh, is it pressing?
No, asking, because a kid's parents dropped off some stuff.
Oh, okay. Alright, I should probably, you know, I am gonna cast Vanish again. Just to get out of here and fly.
Okay.
And I need to go pee. Oh shit, that's a 57.
Nice. This was stealth, right?
I'm gonna go pee-pee.
You're gonna go pee? Well, Chad, I guess we're kind of just stuck here waiting for her to come back from peeing because she's such a pee-pee girl. This is the second time she has left Chat. Look what she has done. How could she forsake us like this? Sadness. Womp womp. How long until a regular schedule? If I recall correctly, next Wednesday should be the beginning of a normal schedule. Because if I recall correctly, Suki will be meeting up with the Wednesday group after this session, and then Thursday and Friday happen, to which, depending on how things go, the remaining 3 characters would be able to meet up with the Wednesday group and do stuff on Wednesday. Yeah. That's kind of it. The only one that might be an outlier is actually Luna. It does depend on her choices for her session on Thursday. How long have you been planning this campaign? The campaign was originally planned when I wrote out the campaign for the very first time. Sure, the campaign itself got more and more refined as things went on, and obviously things changed based on player choice, but the campaign itself was always planned to be a follow-up after Tales of Telduria. Because there are some very unresolved things from the first campaign that have to be resolved, at least in the second one. And since Alcer has a habit of bad choices, Luna could be alone for a while yet. Yes, that is true. Luna could be alone for quite a while, though I'm sure Alcer doesn't particularly mind. What the fuck? Between this, AOA, and Land of Shadows, have you always wanted a large-scale war story, or is it just a coincidence? It's just a coincidence. When you're in a fantasy setting like this, large-scale wars kind of happen, especially when they are between two major nations. This is the neurodivergent special. We don't use that word around here. Because that implies that there are abnormal people. Everyone's a normal person until proven otherwise. I don't want to be in prison for another week. Oh, sorry. I do want to see Luna. That's fair. Hold on, let me see what's taking Sin so long. She shouldn't be peeing for this long.
Baby, are you pooping? Poop faster. Why are you pooping now? We're in a session. Suck it back in. Poop faster then. I can only distract them for so long.
She's pooping, which means we're going to be stuck here for a half an hour. Sorry, chat. I don't make the rules. What is Snissel up to? Sleeping underneath the bed? He likes doing that sometimes. Do I like point and clicks at all?
Hello.
They were more entertaining when I was younger. I did try a couple of when I was older. There's one that came out that I was in the process of trying. It's called Torturer 2, if I recall correctly. Inspired by Geiger's work. Hi, dear.
Hello.
Are you done pooping?
Well, clearly.
Are you sure?
All right, you know what? Just because of that, I'm gonna go back downstairs and check. Are you gonna continue the session?
I'm answering my boss again.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright. Where... Oh yeah, we were stealthing away.
Yes, we're stealthing away. I rolled for stealth.
Alright. So, the three very quickly and very quietly sneak out. Why is it a plus 38?
Because I used Vanish?
Did you cast it a second time?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, then I must have missed that.
Okay.
You stealth your way out, and following Turlock, turn and start making your way out of camp in its entirety. You finally leave the, I'll call it an internment camp, I guess, the internment camp that you were in, and sneak your way into the alleyways that are nearby. After taking a couple of moments to catch your breath, Turlock turns back to the two of you and goes, the only place that we can go from here is the Mercenary Guild. Do you know how to get there from here? Because I am not all that familiar with the city.
Well, not really.
Helena
Looks
will
at
look.
Turlock.
Helena will look at the both of you, and then slowly raise a hand. And Turlock will look up at her and go, "You? Aren't you with her all the time? If she doesn't know, then how do you know?" To which she'll answer, because she's talking most of the time.
Yeah.
It's how I get her through the city with a lot of people without her
I don't like people.
noticing. I ask her a stupid question, and she spends 20 minutes correcting me. Turlock will look over at Suki, and then back to Helena, and then back to Suki, and he'll raise an eyebrow and go, "Are you sure you're not dating?"
Yes.
Are you really just that predictable?
I am a person with many habits, and I stick to them very frequently, so yes.
Yeah, but people wouldn't know this unless they're that close. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna have this conversation.
We do
All
spend
right,
a lot of
fine.
time together,
Helena,
though.
which direction do we go? To which Helena will walk to the end of the alley that you're in and look around before she'll point in a direction. From where you are, it's a little northeast, or rather to the right. To which she will then say, "I don't really know what is the quietest way there, but this road right here," and she'll move her arm back and forth, motioning to the road that's at that end of the alley. It leads from the pier to the Mercenary Guild, though you do have to make a right several blocks down that way for like a block before actually attaching to the road that's connected to the Mercenary Guild. But this is one of the main roads in the city, so as long as we follow it, we should be fine. But I don't know if there's any alleys here. I don't live here, obviously, and I really only take the main street since it's faster that way. Unless, and she'll point up towards the roofs of the houses.
Will we go on the roof?
Well, I mean, people don't look up. They have a hard time doing that, actually.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
Oh, little sniffly baby.
What the frick? What the frick? Being really rude.
Turlock will go, "Okay, well, I can get up there. She can get up there. He can get up there," and he'll point to Lumen still in Helena's arm. "What about you?" And Helen will go, "I can climb."
That is true.
To which he'll look at that in disbelief and look over at Suki. "Really? You're gonna have to climb a building?"
I mean, she can climb, though.
He'll roll his eyes. Okay, fine, whatever.
We can try it. There's nothing wrong with trying it.
He'll cast a spell on himself and then unfurl his wings and fly up to the top of the nearest roof. To which, now I guess I roll. Helena does successfully manage to climb up the building after handing over Lumen to Sugi.
Yes. Look at us, we are very skilled.
And then Suki can just fly up there, same thing with Lumen.
Yes.
Once up there, you need to roll for stealth. Considering the distance,
Alrighty.
we'll have you roll for stealth 3 times.
3 times. Okay.
Yes.
Should I roll for Lumen as well? Or can Lumen just be sitting on my head?
Lumen can just be sitting on your head. He is small-sized and you are medium, so he can ride you. Armed with his sword.
With his sword in his mouth.
Everything's going very smoothly. You do manage to make your way over to the Mercenary Guild. When you get there, you do see that there are about 4 guards standing outside of the guild, but none of them are actually nearby the door itself. So, in theory, if you roll well enough, you can stealth your way inside.
Okay, well, let's try and do this with as little resistance as possible.
Are you going to cast Vanish again?
Yes, I am.
Alright.
Okay, that means my stealth is now this.
At least you had that plus 20, so that helps.
Yep. Oh. Okay.
So, as the 3 of you are sneaking your way into the building, going down from the roof onto the ground, Suki uses the building as leverage to effectively slide down into position before landing gracefully and walking inside. Helena uses the grass and some nearby bushes to help cushion the fall, as well as reduce the noise, but it doesn't reduce it all that much, which does alert some of the guards, though this works a little bit in yours and her favor, as 2 of the guards break off to try and investigate that noise, and she wraps around the back to try and sneak her way in. Turlock, however, attempting to mimic you in order to glide his way down to the ground, misses one of his footings against the outside barrier of, I'll just say like a window. And this causes him to tumble and slam into the ground, making a lot of noise.
Uh-oh.
To which all of the guards immediately turn their attention towards that noise. But I say towards that noise specifically, because he did turn himself invisible again. So, he has, let's see, because there's 4 guards there, I believe it's a 19, but with a plus 12, that would mean that goes to 31, and he automatically has a plus 37. So, despite the scare, he does roll into the Mercenary Guild, still invisible, and undetected.
Nice.
To which,
Alright,
he then very calmly gets up, and he'll point at Suki and say, "Shut up," and then continue walking towards where the teleporter is.
So he's like, I didn't say anything.
Shut up.
I didn't say
Shut
anything. Suki's just gonna look at Helena and then back at Turlock and just, like, gesture her hands.
Helena will gently pat Suki's head and mouth silently, "It's okay. Just ignore him."
Get it.
The both of you will then need to do one last stealth check into the.
Alrighty.
Oh god.
Okay. Whose one is that?
Turlock again.
Oh.
As you were walking into the teleportation room, Turlock, adjusting himself from flailing onto the floor beforehand, trips over a slightly elevated wooden barrier that separates the teleportation room from the rest of the building, and that slight, tiny elevation causes him to trip and fall forward. The sword falls out of his hand, clangs against the ground. The parrot squawks, flapping its wings wildly so as to not get crushed when he falls over. The Lagomorph hybrid has the worst luck. Rain rosin, true. To which, at that point, because he bangs his knee against the ground, he'll go, "Fuck!" Though he'll try his best to have it be quiet. Has this been the guy beating out Luna? Yes. Now, what does that say about Luna?
Smile.
Smile. And as he's in the process of standing up, those 4 guards enter the building and catch the 3 of you, to which they immediately draw their swords. Combat now begins.
Oh, great.
Go ahead and roll
All right.
initiative for you and Lumen.
Okay, Lumen, it's showtime. Alright, initiative for me. And then initiative for my Dino Bird.
Your Dino Blade.
My Dino Blade right now. Okay.
Alright, so Helena will go first. Turlock will go second. The guards will go third. And then Suki and Lumen will go last. In that order. So, Helena will immediately close the gap. Actually, I gotta check her speed. Okay, yeah, it is 40 feet. Will immediately close the gap to the nearest guard that she can find. To which, along the way, she will cast Bloody Claws on herself. That'll be her turn. Bloody Claws, I'm gonna check. Do they stack? Okay, they do not stack. While the bleed will actually deal damage, the damage over time will always take the worst effect. Okay. But it's extra damage nonetheless. Turlock has to spend his turn standing up, so he can't actually do anything. The guards will then go. 2 will immediately surround Helena, and the other 2 will go directly towards you and Lumen, with one being towards you and the other one being towards Lumen. Both of these attacks do miss Helena, and these 2 attacks will be towards you. The first one will be towards Suki, and the second will be towards Lumen, to which 14 I know for a fact does not hit Suki. Lumen, however, is 27. Does that hit?
For Lumen, let me check. 27 you said? Yeah, it does
Yes.
hit.
Alright, so Lumen will take 12 damage. And then it goes to you and Lumen.
Okay. Well, Suki will attempt to go up to one of them.
They're
hit
already
with
next
sword. Okay, they're right next to me. Suki is actually going to hold so that Lumen can go flank that person against me.
There's one next to Lumen as well. That's why I said they attacked each of you.
Okay, alright, this is not particularly good. They'll probably try and hit me if I cast haste, right? Because they're in melee range.
Yes. I think the only
But
way
I
that you
do-
can get around that is acceleration of form, unless that is also a standard action.
Acceleration of form. Let me just check that. That is also a standard action.
Okay. Well, that won't provoke an attack of opportunity, but it would each your turn.
I wanted to cast haste, if only so I can give everybody else an extra turn as well.
Alright. Well, do you want to risk it?
I do.
Alright. So this will provoke an attack of opportunity. Oh.
Ooh.
And they're using long swords, so that is a crit.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. I haven't been touched up to this point.
So you take 17 damage. Your lingering
On the
injury goes
lowest
up
end
by
possible.
your lingering injury goes up by 1.
Okay.
And you have to make a caster level check, which already would have been difficult because it's 15 plus the spell level. But since he got hit, it increases by the damage that you took.
Oh.
So you can't actually get it because it's the one check in the game that cannot nat 20.
I see.
Yeah. So that spell slot is wasted, and so is that turn.
That is really annoying.
Lumen goes, to which I assume he's just going to swing with his sword, right?
Yes.
Since he's using a sword, you have to use his strength for it because he doesn't have the feats to wield it properly. So it's
So
just,
is 0.
So it's just his raw BAB, if I recall correctly.
And his size.
No. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, so it's what, +1?
Yeah, so it's a +6.
Okay. Fish that crit. That is not a crit. We will go back to Helena, who will immediately do a full round attack on one of the guards that are nearby, to which she gets an 18 and a crit. So 2d10 plus, so that's 9, so that's 18, to which 28 gets added. And then she deals 8 extra points of bleed damage on top of it, to which bleed is not multiplied by the crit, to which she deals 74 points of damage. And then we go to Turlock, who runs towards Suki and Lumen, to which, is this a lead action for him yet? No, it isn't. To which, when he gets there, he is going to flank the one that is next to Suki. And when he does that, he is going to spend a standard action to cast one of his abilities called Wish Granter. How this functions is that for the next 24 hours, any creature, as an immediate action, can quote-unquote make a wish, specifically on Turlock. And if they do, he can, as an immediate action, cast a small collection of spells upon that person.
Okay. Very interesting.
to which then it goes to the guards, to which we have the 2 guards that are nearby Helena, except one immediately collapses from his wounds due to the bleed. So we have 1 swing towards Helena, to which does a 23 hit? Yes, it does. So 1d8 plus 4. Helena takes 11 damage. And then we have the other 2. So I'm going to roll the one against Lumen first. 28 I know hits. 1d8 plus 4. Lumen takes 8 damage. And then the one that's flanked by Suki and Turlock, I'm going to roll a 1d2, where 1 would be Suki. So 2 is actually Turlock, so they're going to turn around and swing at Turlock, to which that is a 19, which does not land, actually. So now we go to Suki and Lumen.
Okay. You know what? Suki's just going to do Acceleration of Form.
Alright, so that would be your
It
turn.
is a standard action, so I do waste it, but I do have Displacement. So,
So it gives you 50% concealment if they try and attack you. To which,
come on, Lumen.
let's see if
You
Lumen
got
hits.
this.
No.
Aw.
We go back to Helena, who strikes twice, 24. Yep, 24 will hit, so that's 2d10 plus 18 plus 8, dealing 40 damage, and then they take 4 bleed on the start of their next turn. We go to Turlock, who... Actually, I have to double check something. Short sword, Pathfinder. Is this a light weapon? It is a light weapon. Okay, so you can use it. That is good to know. That means he can use his dexterity to hit. To which he rolls with a plus 10, but he is flanking, so he gets a plus 2 bonus. 26. This is 1d6, and with his dexterity, he gets a plus 5 bonus. Alright, so he only deals 7 damage, but it is something. It's not like he can really do much else at this point in time. Other than that, we then go to the guards. We have the one attacking Helena, the one attacking Lumen, which I know 17 misses for Helena. Does an 18 hit for Lumen?
18 will not hit Lumen.
Okay, and we have the individual attacking Turlock again at 15 misses, so all of the guards missed.
Hooray!
So it's your turn.
Okay. Well, now I got haste.
Yep, so you can do a full round attack if you so wish.
I think I will.
So, what is your full round attack? Like, how many attacks
Well, I can
do you
only-
get?
I get 2 attacks.
Okay. And then with haste, it gives you 3. I know as a ninja, you can give yourself an extra attack by spending a
I can,
key
yep.
point.
Yes, and I will do that.
Alright, so 4d20 plus your highest BAB.
And these are with my daggers, right?
I thought you were using your short sword.
Oh, I am using a short sword, right? Okay.
This is a light weapon, so if you have weapon finesse, it works. If not,
I do not have weapon finesse.
If not, then you're using your strength anyway, which I think you have a plus 6, so it's
I have
just
a better strength than my dex, so.
yeah, so it's just a normal attack for you, whatever that number is. You just don't get any enhancement
Okay.
bonuses if your weapon used to have one.
Correct. Oh!
2 of those are crits.
What's my damage again?
Short swords are 1d6.
1d6 and then plus my strength.
Yeah, so here would be 2d6 plus whatever your strength is, which I think is a 6, right?
Yes.
So yeah, 2d6 plus 12, and then they are times 2 crit. So that's 18 twice, so plus 36.
I was just gonna put plus 18 plus 18.
Yeah, that's fair. 54 damage. They aren't down yet, but they are very severely bloodied. As a matter of fact, I think if you rolled 2 points higher, they'd be dead.
Damn it!
All right,
Lumen, finish it off.
Lumen's turn, and then while you do that, I'll be rolling for Helena.
No.
Oh no, an 18 will miss.
Why are they being so mean to me?
And then Helena will do 14 points of damage. And then after that, Turlock can swing to which he gets a plus 12 because he's flanking. 19. Ooh, 19 will not hit though. And then we go to the guards. The one fighting Helena will die from bleed. And then we go, let's see, 1d2. So still attacking Turlock, so 1d2. So I'll just do a 2d20 plus 12. Because there's only 2 left. And Turlock gets hit, and then Lumen is missed. So Turlock will take 9 damage. Your turn. You know the turn order.
Yeah. Okay. You're being a butthole. Anyway. Do I even really need a full round attack? I'll just do a normal full round attack without the bells and whistles and shit so I can preserve
your movement if necessary.
Yeah.
Fair. So
I'll do 2d20.
Mm-hmm. Both will hit, to which you don't have to roll for damage because they will go down. And then I assume for your last standard, you'll use that as movement to flank so that Lumen can hit a little bit better.
Yes, correct.
Alright, so Lumen now gets a +2 bonus to hit, which I think is an 8. But he does not hit, unfortunately. That is okay.
Why are you rolling worse?
Helena is going to move, and she is going to move beside Lumen, and she is going to cast a spell upon him. Badger's Furiosity, increasing the crit threat ratio of his weapon.
Hooray! Okay, and then maybe you could do it this time.
To which, Turlock goes next, and he's gonna move into the room and start working on activating the machine. While it's going on, Helena's like, it's okay, you can do this, Lumen, you got this. And the guard's just standing around like, what the fuck?
I believe in you, Lumen. You just have to, you gotta aim, and picture where you want your blade to be, and then just swing. You're already doing it very well. I believe in you.
Lumen gets hit. To which he's going to take 12 damage.
Okay, he is now bloodied.
Lumen is then going to make a wish on his turn upon Turlock, allowing Turlock as an immediate action to cast Bull Strength, giving him another +2 bonus to hit. So now he's working with a +10.
Okay. Okay, Lumen, you got... Wait, hold on. +10 on top of the flanking?
No. Bull Strength gives a +4 to Strength, increasing his strength by 2 for the modifier. He rolls with a +6, 2 from flanking is 8, 2 from Bull Strength is 10.
Okay, alright. Okay, Lumen, please.
22 will hit.
Yay! What's the damage dice?
It's that's a 1d8 for a longsword.
1d8 plus strength, which is at this present time
2.
+2. Oh.
Of course.
Oh.
Helena will then take a 5-foot step, do a full round action, to smack the guard, dealing 40 damage in a single strike, and now he's bleeding. And the man, being humiliated, will now start hyper-focusing Lumen, and misses with a 14. It is now Lumen's turn.
Lumen, look, okay, that was very good. Now you just gotta put a little more force behind the swing. It's a teaching opportunity.
Just beating up this poor guard.
Well, how else is he gonna learn? He needs to learn from somewhere, okay. Ooh!
Oh, that is not a crit. I was going to say I think it is, but it's not.
Okay, 1d8 plus 2. Okay.
Helena will take a
Oh, damn it.
5-foot step, provoking an attack of opportunity. Taking nothing because it misses. And she is then going to cast Cure Moderate Wounds on Lumen.
Suki will do the thumbs up cat meme and then go back to Lumen and go, okay, all right, a little bit more strength. You can be a little bit more rough. Don't twist your neck too hard though.
He heals for 33, and now this guard's just pissed off. He's being utterly humiliated by a dinosaur. And he
This is a teaching
misses
moment.
again.
He misses again. Okay, Lumen. All right, now give it another try. One more try.
Vanowos is making fun of my speech impediment. 18 is a crit because of Badger's Furiosity.
Yay! That means it's a plus 10.
Yes. Well, 1d8 plus 2 plus 10.
Yes. He is slowly dealing more. I just want everybody to know that with the damage dice, he's been rolling a 1, 2, and a 3.
A 15 will actually kill the guard.
Yay! Suki will pet Lumen like, okay, you did a very good job. Maybe I will invest in training this for you. And then she looks at the corpse and like lifts his hand and shakes it like, thank you for being a very good training opportunity for my bird. Come on, Lumen.
The corpse?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's dead. But he was a very valuable training opportunity. Thank
Helena
you.
will look at Suki with mild confusion as well as mild disgust, but shake her head and roll her eyes because this is normal.
Very normal.
To which the both of you then make your way towards where the teleporter is, and after waiting for about, I'll say 10 minutes, Turlock will get the teleporter active before walking through first.
Okay.
Helena will then shrug and hold out a hand if Suki wishes to take it so that they can walk through together. Otherwise, Suki can just walk through.
Yeah, Suki will actually crawl through.
Okay. Which is what Helena says when she watches Suki go down on all fours and just crawl through. Helena will
She
just
is
go,
trying to get there as fast as possible, okay?
Helena will just go, okay. And then walk through
More legs is
herself.
faster. That's why snakes are so slow.
Okay. Says me, the DM, to my autistic wife.
More legs equals faster.
So, with that, that'll be the end of today's session, which will continue tomorrow when Suki hooks up with the group. So, I'd like to
What?
thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank you all for,
Wait,
what?
what did you say?
Today's the end of the session.
Okay, before that.
It'll continue tomorrow.
Okay, after that.
Where Suki will hook up with the group.
Yeah, okay, alright. No, Suki is not hooking up with anybody.
I don't think you understand what the word hookup means. I think you're kind of a pervert if you thought about that.
It's not my fault.
Okay, dear. if you say so. Regardless,
It's not my
I'd like to
fault.
thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank you all for coming out. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, and good night.
Good night.